see that. Important to take a look there. But Steph, I mean, he started out hot. We said it. 6 made threes in the first on his way to 21 points in the period, but he scored 13 more points the rest of the way, 5 for 16 overall shooting, right? So his 7 3-pointers tied for his second most in a finals game in his career. That is a lot, but he's going to need a little bit of help, right? If he's going to get this done. 21 points in the first, 13 the rest of the way. Who needs to step up, Shanae?
You know, I would say all of the Warriors overall. I mean, we had moments where people had flashes that you're like, all right, they're competing. Kevon Looney, the defensive presence he had at times, especially in the second, was awesome. I believe his parents also had an anniversary, and I saw them walking. I was like, happy anniversary. It was nice. They're happy. You know, those cute finals moments. But you look overall, I mean, their entire squad defensively, when someone is hot, like you see a Derek White or an Al Horford, you have to find a way to, you know, put the extinguisher on them. And they weren't able to because guess what? You have two superstars and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum that you're still focused on, even if they're not being so productive down the stretch. So I would put the onus on all the Warriors to really come out with a better game plan, meaning defensively finding the guys when they're really killing them, knocking down shots.
Well, Andrew Wiggins had 20 points. So him and Steph combined for exactly half of the Warriors' 108 points together. Otto Porter was doing a little bit, getting it going. But Richard, who do you need to see step up?
Well, I like what Shanae said as everybody, but to me, there's a level of consistency that their team has to play with. And we talked about if we can get 18 to 22, if you're the Boston Celtics, if we can get this, you know, if we can get 16 from Al Horford, you understand those. But for the Golden State Warriors, they need a more collective, sustained effort, and that is everybody. Steph got you going, okay. You know guys are going to hit shots, okay. But can you defend for 48 minutes? And that is not something that we have seen overly consistent from that team. We know the Boston Celtics team will defend for 48 minutes. We just worry about whether or not they could score enough points to compete.
Yeah, but I mean, we still not pointing out individuals, and I think you need an individual.
Say everybody.
Nah, that's easier to say. That's a cop-out. And I think a lot of people will say Jordan Poole. I just think this is not the series for Jordan Poole, just for the simple fact they have too many perimeter defenders, the Celtics do. I'm going back to Draymond Green. Al Horford is doing what Draymond Green needs to do for the Warriors. He's wide open. They're leaving them open. They're denying the wings now. That's the recipe that they were doing in the second quarter, and that's what they did in the fourth quarter. And he's hesitant to take those shots. He has to take those shots. He has to be aggressive. He has to make those shots. It has to be if Draymond Green could be the Draymond of old. If Draymond Green can't be the Draymond of old, the Warriors do not have a chance at winning this series.
Well, the championships that the Warriors have won, they've really forced you to play small ball. And I think the one area of kryptonite is if you have great center production, whether it is Al Horford, Robert Williams III. Like, if the Celtics are able to get that type of production, it doesn't have to be 26 points, but 20, 15 consistently. That's what forces Draymond Green to really have that comparison of, like, you need to have a bigger night facilitating on offense and slowing them down. And I think